This video is brought to you by Draeger's Classics. Hi, I'm Jerry Draeger, Draeger's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. We're here at Draeger's Clubhouse, where I'd like to show you this beautiful 1948 Ford that we just bought not too long ago. And I want to tell you, it is a very nice car. It is all stock. It's running a Ford Flathead in it with a 3-speed manual transmission. It's got wide whites on it, and it was a total frame-off restored. This car came out of Walla Walla originally, and came over here to the Seattle area. And in the Seattle area, it was stripped all the way down. The engine rebuilt, it was repainted, and put all the way back together. It's got all new interior in it. The trunk is real nice on it. I mean, and the thing just runs really smooth and nice. It's a great car. It should give you a lot of service for a long time to come. Now the driver's side of this car is beautiful, just like the whole car is. There are a couple of little dinky spots right there, and that's a piece of something in the paint, and there's another one down there. But you're not going to find much of anything on this car. It's really nice. It's only got like I think 1,000 miles on it since this restoration was all done. Of course, you got the Firestone wide whites on here. You got the hubcap. You could put beauty rings on here and even dress it up a little bit more if you wanted to. I noticed here I get right light, I can tell that if it was wet sanded, it may not even take that much. This thing would even be more beautiful than it is now. I mean, everything looks good. This window, it cranks up and down good. And I think that this back window here probably works. I'm not sure I've ever tried it before. It's a little catchy, but probably because it hasn't been used. That's as far down as they go. Otherwise, you're going to be running into that there. So you can see all that. Works good. Now the door, it closes fine, but you gotta help it. See right there, I didn't get it good, but now it's there. This hangs down just a little bit. Stuff like that on an amateur job you'd see, where a professional restoration you wouldn't see that. It's got the side mirror on here, and that all looks good. And of course, I love the sun visor on here. And this, you know, these. It's got a little edge in it. These could be taken off and redone and polished really well and shine more. So there's little spots in here. The hood could fit a little better down here on there, but everything else looks pretty decent all through here. I mean, it really looks good. See some more in this. This is the worst thing on this car, is this stainless steel strips, which are repairable. Well, that was a dog hair. So that all looks good. Now, I'm going across the front, and there's an inside hood latch for the hood. So you can unlock it. And then we can take a look at this front end. Of course, again, the chrome on here is beautiful. This is all nice. The grill here is nice. We got the bumper guard on there. And again, everything looks good. This all looks real nice. So you just reach underneath here and lift up after you release that lever and push that back. Flathead V8, runs great, been rebuilt. Got oil filter on here. Of course, it's just stock with a 2-barrel carburetor on there. and everything. Got brand new, I can see brand new motor mounts down there, just like it's supposed to be. Everything looks really good on here. It's solid. It's not fancy. It could be a little fancier looking if you want to show, but it's not. I love this piece over here. Well, I'll show you that in a little better close up. Up front here, there's a opening, goes into this tube. This comes down here, and then it goes into the heater blower right there. And of course, when you lower the hood down, it goes down and sets on top of that. So you're getting fresh air. You're not getting any fumes from in here at all. Your VIN number is right there in front of the front motor mount there on the top of the frame, right where it's supposed to be. And of course, this closes down nice. Again, now there's, see that other side look better. See, there's a couple of spots in the grill right here where it could be better. But you know, this is, it's just super nice. All this looks good. Everywhere looks good. There's a little spot right there. The passenger side, it's just like the other side. It's beautiful. Again, there's some spots like right here in this chrome strip. And same there. This one's better. Again, everything looks good. There's a dirt spot in the paint right there. But I mean, look at this visor, looks good. Radio antenna, side, so it's got dual mirrors on here. This is the worst one, and this piece here too is not all that great. Anyway, I like the way this car is. It all looks good across here. Again, there's some dents in there on this chrome. Now this window, it rolls up and down good. It's a little stiff, but it works fine. Boy, that one's tight, and I'm sure it works fine. And I don't know how this door closes. Oh, much better. But I forgot the rear window here. Wow. Now that works different than the other side. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice that before. Notice this. The window goes back, so you got a vent right here. When you crank it the other way, and it goes down. I didn't even know that on this. I see that on the front windows all the time, where will go back on the older cars and make a vent. So anyway, that looks pretty good. Oops. There's a little spot right there. Again, everything else looks good. This all looks good. This chrome strip here looks decent. There's a little spot right there in that one. I see a little bit of dirt in there. And you know, when I rub my hand across here, I can feel a little bit of bumps in there, so that, you know, if this thing, again, like I say, if it was wet sanded, this thing would really shine well. I like these slope backs on these. I grew up, a friend of my dad's who I knew well, Harold Anderson. He had a Mercury in this style, a body style, and I got to ride in that a lot back in the day. That was way back there. Anyway, this thing all looks really good, nice. The chrome is beautiful on here. Go in here in the trunk. See how that looks. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? It's all finished nice. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of pieces on here. I mean, some of this could be a little better, but that's what you find in an amateur restoration. But I think he did a great job on here. I mean, look underneath here. This is, look how nice that is under here. Again, he took it all the way off. It's all, you know, it's been a total frame off restored. It just makes it nice. And we got the jack, the base, and you got a spare tire here and everything. So it just, everything is the way you'd like to find it. And again, everything looks beautiful all the way across. This all looks really nice. Now when we open up the trunk, this is what we found in there from all the leftover restoration. There's a new brake line stuff in here. I have no idea what, more welding from when he had the fenders off. I mean, there's just all sorts of stuff. Oil filter in there, everything. Brand new interior, and the headliner it's light gray and it looks really nice. The tray in the back there looks real good. And of course, this whole interior looks just like new. Front end here looks good on this headliner. The seats all look real good. Now I look at them and I can tell when I look at this spot over in here, this may not have been a professional job. If it wasn't the best professional that did it. But they're very nice. It has seat belts in here, front and rear, so a lot of people always want those seat belts and everything. The seats all, everything works just like it wants to. You got a big opening to get in there in the back, and you can see how nice the back end is here and everything. We got armrests there. It looks good. And the carpets are beautiful on this. I mean, again, it's all brand new. It's got 1,000 miles on it since it was done. Now this is what you call a back seat. There is so much room back here, and we even have footrests on the back of the front seats, so good place for your feet to sit. I mean, this is a comfortable car. You got to like this. Not often does the dome lights work. Both sides work just fine. The door panels are finished in cloth here, vinyl here, and then cloth down here. Very nice. I mean, this is painted a nice gray that matches the dash. All new rubber door seals, and these door panels with the cloth and the vinyl. I mean, it all looks real nice. When I was sitting in there, I would tell you how nice it is back here because it's got all this nice carpet in here. But there we get up to the front, which is neat. They had rubber mat in here on the front, and it's got insulation on there. And you can, oh, it's glued down, or I'd lift it up for you. But anyway, they've got a full rubber mat all the way across. The dash and everything all looks real good on here. It's got turn signals. This plastic, which a lot of times gets all beat up and everything else, looks all good. The gauges, everything here looks good across through here. Now Ford wasn't ready to get rid of the running board. There's your running board. It's still there, so you could stand on this if you wanted to. You can see the gauges, the gas gauge is moving up, oil pressure is moving up. The battery it doesn't show much movement there. It dropped down a bit. If I wanted to step on it, you can see it goes up a bit. Temperature, of course, is showing cold right now because we haven't had it running. Isn't that neat? It's quiet. You can't hardly hear it run. We now have 1,021 miles on here. The radio, all I get out of it is a hum. We don't play with the radios particularly. We'll see if they work or not. You can see this works. I don't know what happens over here. So this dial won't do anything. We're not worried about the radio. If you want a radio, you can figure it out. It's got ashtrays on both sides up here. Wipers, they work. If I remember which way to turn it. Now they'd work a little faster if the windshield was wet, but they do work. The clock does not work. It has this lever here is bent a little bit, and we don't know what we're going to do with it. That's the way you're buying it. And the glove box looks good and everything. There's your heater down there. Look at that. It's a nice looking heater system down there, the way it's all painted and clean. And this vent, this is for the vent up front. Oh yeah, and the cigarette lighter even works. I'm not going to go all the way, but I touched it. It was hot, so it works great. And the fan for the heater is right there. I don't know if you can hear it running or not, but it is. So, park lights, headlights, high beam, low beam, left turn signal, right turn signal, horn, and you saw the wipers working already. Tail lights. brake lights, left turn signal, right turn signal. Doesn't that Flathead sound nice? I like the sound of the starters too. It's fun to look under a car like this, where it's been a frame off restored and hasn't been down the road a lot, and so it's not dirty. It's still real clean and everything underneath here. I mean, you can see that it looks like the gas tank's new, and we got a, look at here, we got a sway bar on here. You can see, now this is all stock under here with this leaf spring, of course, and drum brakes, and this wishbone suspension on here. It just looks all clean and nice. Look at this. Look at those floor pans. I mean, they look beautiful. I mean, there's not anything bad to show you anywhere along through here. The frame is all good and solid and everything. So you guys on the East Coast, where you get a lot of rust and stuff, this is a West Coast car. It was in Eastern Washington, which is desert area basically. And that it shows that this car was that way. And of course, again, as we go further forward on this, you can see all the way out underneath the running boards, all the way across. It's all real nice. You can see where the seat belts are bolted in there. It's got back here for seat belts too. And we got electric fuel pump right up in here, and then a pressure regulator there too. And you can see the muffler looks good and decent. And of course, all this frame and everything, I mean, it all looks just really good. Now, right in here, it looks like this might have been patched, and the same on that side over there. That's right where your feet would be, and of course, if you get in with wet feet over the years, it could be the reason for that. Okay. Then you can see, of course, this all looks real good through here, other than where we showed you this patch here. Master cylinder right there, and of course, you got the bottom of your transmission here, and going across, everything looks good. There's a spot up in there, too. Of course, this is the bottom of the Flathead engine, and of course, you know, it's all been rebuilt and everything, so it all looks good. It's a little damp down here, but that's not untypical. It's not giant leaking, but it does drip a little bit. Everything else here looks good across the front end and everything. I see some new parts in here and everything too. You can see all this underneath here, all the frame, everything looks good. I don't look to see, you know, I just haven't seen any damage anywhere like it's been hit or wrecked over the years, but you know, who knows after all these many years. And notice we got a sway bar set up here, and we got this one back here. It goes all across and down. I mean, it's a nice car, and I got to tell you, I think you really enjoy this car. Hard to find them in this kind of condition. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Seattle today to go out on the freeway, and I hope you enjoy the drive on this beautiful day in this 48 Ford. Now the speedometer's making noise. I've never heard it do that before. I drove it back from Joe's and it was quiet then. Here we go up onto the freeway now, so you can get to see it going down the freeway. This gives you a good chance to see it. Flatheads aren't the most powerful thing, but this will give you, I mean, it accelerates quite well. Look at there, we're at 60 on the speedo, 59 right there. I mean, that's pretty damn good, I'd say. And it'll run down the road at this just fine. Okay. Sorry about the speedometer noise. The right side of this 48 Ford is just as nice as the other side. Great driving car. It just runs nice and smooth. We're back to Drager's Clubhouse, and I hope you enjoyed this ride so you get a chance to see how good this thing runs and drives. I want to tell you, it drives great. It's smooth and nice, everything works good. This will make you a great car. 206-533-9600. This is an added note to this video. You noticed I had problems with the door closing and stuff, and we're going to work on getting that working better. And you notice the noise of the speedometer. It would drive you crazy, because it did me when I was driving down the freeway. It quieted down towards the end, but we're going to take the speedo out and have that reconditioned.
I'm Andrew Drager, and if you have any questions about this vehicle, please don't hesitate to call or email us.
I'm Jerry Drager, and we're a father-son team, and we hope you enjoyed the video and understand that we really try really hard to go over the vehicle with this video to show you everything. Doesn't mean that I get every single spot or anything else, but I try, and Andrew and I both work really hard to make sure the vehicles are in top shape before they leave here. You got any questions, always give us a call or email us. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. We really invite you to come see them. And if you can't, you should have them inspected. I think it's really important to make sure you understand what you're buying.